So my dear students, welcome to Virtual Study Hub, এক নতুন পথের দিশারি। শুভ বিজয়ের আন্তরিক প্রীতি ও শুভেচ্ছা। পুজোর ছুটি প্রায় শেষ, এবার আবার নতুন করে পড়াশোনাতে ফেরার পালা। তো এই কথা মাথায় রেখে আজকে আমরা জেনারেল নলেজের উপর একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভিডিও লিস্ট অফ প্রাইম মিনিস্টার আপলোড করলাম। যারা বিভিন্ন কুইজ কম্পিটিশন বা বিভিন্ন স্কুল লেভেল কম্পিটিশনে বসো, তাদের ক্ষেত্রে যেমন এটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ, যারা কম্পিটিটিভ এক্সামে প্রিপারেশন নিচ্ছ তাদের জন্য কিন্তু এটি সমানভাবে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ। এখান থেকে প্রশ্ন আসে বললেই চলে। তো তোমরা সবাই যারা প্রতিযোগী বিভিন্ন প্রতিযোগিতামূলক পরীক্ষায় প্রিপারেশন নিচ্ছ, খাতায় নোট ডাউন করে নেবে, সময়কালগুলো নোট ডাউন করে নেবে। ভিডিওটি সম্পূর্ণ দেখবে, আশা করি ভিডিওটি তোমাদের ভালো লাগবে। যদি ভালো লেগে থাকে তাহলে লাইক কমেন্ট শেয়ার করে উৎসাহিত করো। আর যদি তুমি চ্যানেলে নতুন হয়ে থাকো তাহলে অবশ্যই চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিও। তাহলে চলো বেশি কথা না বলে আজকের ভিডিও শুরু করা।
Hello friends and welcome to Virtual Study Hub. In today's video I am going to tell you about the 15 Prime Ministers of India and their intriguing stories. Don't blink or you will miss them. First, we will get to know what is the role of a Prime Minister in a democratic government. The Prime Minister in a democratic government like India is responsible for the aiding and advising the President in distribution of work of the government to various ministers and offices in terms of Government of India. According to Business Rules 1961, the coordinating work is generally accorded to the Cabinet Secretariat. India received independence on 15th August 1947. Want to know more about it? Check out my video on it about the independence of India. India has gone through 15 different prime ministers and only one was selected again. Here are the stories. Jawaharlal Nehru was elected as the first Prime Minister of India in the year 1947. He was born in the year 1889 on 14th November at Allahabad, northwestern provinces of British India. The son of Swaraj Prani and Motilal Nehru, a prominent lawyer and a national statesman, Nehru was graduated at Trinity College, Cambridge and the Inner Temple, where he trained into a bassitar. Upon his return to India, he enrolled at Allahabad High Court and took an interest in national politics, which eventually replaced his legal practice. A committed nationalist, since his teenage years, he became a rising figure in Indian politics. During the upheavals of 1910s, he became the prominent leader of left-wing functions of the Indian National Congress during the 1920s, and eventually the entire Congress, which tacit approval of his mentor Mahatma Gandhi. As Congress President in 1929, Nehru called for complete independence from British Raj and investigated the Congress' decisive shift from towards the left. Nehru and the Congress dominated Indian politics during the 1930s and moved towards its independence. His idea of a secular national state was seen validated when the Congress swept the 1937 provincial elections and formed the government in several provinces. On the other hand, the Muslim League fared much poorer. However, these achievements were severely comprised after the aftermath of Quit India movement in 1942, which saw the British effectively crush the Congress as a political organization. Nehru, who had called reluctantly, heeded Gandhi's call for immediate independence, for he had desired to support the Allied war during World War II, came out of a lengthy prison term to a much altered political landscape. The Muslim League, under his old Congress colleague and now opponent Muhammad Ali Jinnah, had come to dominate Muslim politics in India. Negotiations between Congress and Muslim League for power sharing failed and gave way to independence to the bloody partitions of India in 1947. Nehru was elected by the Congress, assumed office as India's first independent Prime Minister. Although the question of leadership had been as far back as 1941, when Gandhi acknowledged Nehru as political heir and successor. As Prime Minister, he set out relays to India. The Constitution of India was enacted in 1950, after which he embarked on an ambitious program of economic, social and political reforms. Chiefly, he oversaw India's transition from a colony to a republic while nurturing a plural multi-party system. In foreign policy, he took a leading role in the non-allied movement while projecting India as a regional homogen in South Asia. Nehru was a very much lover of children and thus his birthday became Children's Day. Under Nehru's leadership, the Congress emerged as a catch-all party dominating national state levels and politics, winning the conclusive elections in 1950 and 1957. He remained a popular figure in Indian history. Nehru died on 27 May 1964 at the age of 74 of a heart attack at New Delhi in India. His daughter Indira Gandhi is the only female Prime Minister in India. The most severe impact or the loving impact that Jawaharlal Nehru has is on children's life. That is, we celebrate the fun Children's Day on his birthday, 14th November. His another legacy is that he is the India's longest serving Prime Minister. Prime Minister Gulzari Nanda was born in the year 1898 in Punjab in British India. Now the Punjab part is present in Pakistan. He was an Indian politician and an economist who specialized labor issues. He was acting as the Prime Minister of India for 2 short periods following the deaths of Jawaharlal Nehru in 1964 and Lal Bahadur Shastri in 1966. Both his terms ended after the ruling Indian National Congress Parliamentary Party elected a new Prime Minister. He was awarded Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, in 1997. He was the Home Minister of India during both these periods, that is 1964 and 1966, and this is the reason why he acted as Prime Minister. Both his terms were uneventful, yet they came at sensitive times because of their potential danger to the country following Nehru's death. Soon after the war with China in 1962 and Shastri's death after the war with Pakistan in 1965, Nanda died on 15 January 1998 at the age of 99. From 25 November 1997, when former Malawian President Hastings Banda until his own death, Nanda was the oldest living former state leader. At his death, Nanda was the last surviving member of the second Nehru cabinet and the last living state leader to be born in 19th century. The one and only female on the list, Indira Gandhi, was born on 19th November 1917 and a political and central figure of the Indian National Congress. She was the first and till date the only female Prime Minister of India. Indira Gandhi was the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. She served as Prime Minister from 1966 to 1977 and again from 1980 until her death in 1947. During Jawaharlal Nehru's time as Prime Minister of India from 1947 to 1964, Gandhi was considered as a key assistant and accompanied him to one of his numerous foreign trips. She was elected President of Indian National Congress in 1959. Upon her father's death in 1964, she was appointed as a member of Rajya Sabha and became a member of Lal Bahadur Shastri's cabinet as a Minister of Information and Broadcasting. In the Congress Party parliamentary leadership election held early in 1966, upon the death of Shastri, she defeated her rival Mojari Desai and became leader. Thus succeeded Shastri as Prime Minister of India. As Prime Minister, Gandhi was known for her political integrity and unprecedented centralization of power. She went into war with Pakistan in support of independence movement and War of Independence in East Pakistan, which resulted as an Indian victory and the creation of Bangladesh, as well as India's influence to the point where it became the sole regional power of South Asia. Criticizing separatist tendencies and it instituted a state emergency from 1975 to 1977 where basic civil liberties were suspended and press was censored. Widespread autocracies were carried out during the emergency. In 1980, she returned to power after free and fair elections. After the Gandhi ordered military action in Golden Temple and Operation Blue Stars, her bodyguards and Sikh nationalists assassinated her on 31st October 1984. The blood-soaked sari and her belongings are now kept at Mahatma Gandhi Museum. In 1999, Indira Gandhi was named Woman of the Millennium in an online poll organized by BBC. In 2020, Gandhi was named by the Time magazine among the world's 100 powerful women who defined the last century, making her a very proud woman in Indian history. Lal Bahadur Shastri was born on 2nd October 1904, the same date, not the same year, on which the great Mahatma Gandhi was born. He was the second Prime Minister of India, though Gulzari Nanda served as acting Prime Minister, which is different from an elected Prime Minister. He was promoted to the White Revolution, a national campaign to increase the production and supply of milk by supporting Amul Milk Cooperative of Anand, Gujarat, and creating the National Dairy Development Board, underlining the need to boost India's food production. Shastri also promoted Green Revolution in India in 1965. This led to an increase in food grain production, especially in Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. Shastri was born to Srivastava and Dulari Devi. On 2nd October, as I said, sharing his birthday with Mahatma Gandhi, he studied East Central Railway Inter College and Harish Chandra High School, which he left to join the non-corporation movement. He worked for the betterment of Harijans at Muzaffarpur and devoted his caste-derived surname from Srivastava. Shastri's thoughts were influenced by reading about Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Anne Besant. Deeply impressed and influenced by Gandhi, he joined the Indian independence movement in the 1920s. He served as president of Servants of the People's Society, aka Lok Sevak Mandal, founded by Lala Lajpat Rai, and held prominent positions in the Indian National Congress. Following independence in 1947, he joined the Indian government and became one of Prime Minister Nehru's key cabinet colleagues. First as Railways Minister from 1951 to 56, then in numerous other prominent positions including Home Minister. Shastri led the country during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. His slogan Jai Jawan Jai Kisan, which means Hail to the soldier, Hail to the farmer, became very popular during the war. The war formally ended in Tashkent Agreement on 10th January 1966. He died the following day. While still in Tashkent, with the cause of his death is dispute, is reported to be cardiac arrest, but his family was not satisfied with the reason. He was posthumously, means after his death, rewarded with the Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award in India. Part 2, we will follow some amazing and fascinating stories and following a severe and deadly assassination attempt. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share with your friends. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Check out our other fascinating videos. And yeah, thank you for watching.